brick moving? But I also like that interpretation, because I feel like Gumi would do that. Because Gumi loves being a part of a family. Gumi's like, I love my life. I'm like, thank goodness, Gumi. I want you to love your life. Oh, it kind of looks like a bluish and I thought it was cute. Honestly, I think that makes me happy. Like, I think that sounds even cuter to me. But it makes me happy. Oh, I should... Neck. I always wanted to make my own little version of this song. Have you guys seen the animation for the song? It's like just different, like, illustrations. I thought it would be cute to do. What is this song? Hold on. Let me oh wait. I forgot, this is from, playlist. It's called Q Cutting? Hold on, let me just share this real quick. We're not gonna look at the whole thing, though. Right. Oh, play. I wanted to do my own little version of it with the illustrations. I thought that would be cute. Maybe one day. Cute cutting? Cute cutting. Like, it's like Japanese? Yeah. Alright. This is very you coded for sure. Oh, damn! Alright, gonna switch. What the? Go ahead. It's starting to feel like something straight up for someone who's serious to love with detail and art style, and I'm here for it. Stop! Stop! Stop it! Compliment me one more time. Numi, how are you? I hope you're doing well, Numi. Welcome in! Hello, I'm doing well. It's been a while. How have you been? It has been a while. I'm glad you're doing well. I am also doing well, I would say. I am doing very poggers. Very poggers! You have a sense of pureness and cuteness that is not common on Twitch, and I admire that about you very genuinely. No! Since you asked me to come to you one more time. It was a threat! It was a threat! No! It was a threat! Such poggers, much meow. I'm gonna throw you off a cliff. What do you think of that? Is that pure? Is that cute? Murder! Didn't sound like a threat to me. It was a threat! It was! It's adorable. No, it's a threat. It's a threat. Where? Considering I probably have like a foot on you height-wise, I'd like to see you try Kodo. You think a foot will stop me? I am strong. I am super strong. I am tough. I am buff. I am super tough. You see that tough emote, that buff emote of me? That's me. That's me, buddy. Trust me. Strong. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's me. I'm more than tough. Okay, the only person that has seen me, has met me in real life is Aiden. Aiden, do you think I'm strong? Do you think I'm tough? Honest answers only. You think I'm tough? You think I'm buffs? Yeah. Whoa, wow, look at that. Oh, whoa, look at that. Look at, wow, guys. See that? I'm tough. Trust me, you don't want to take that gamble. Oh, they're watching Terminator. Mr. Master Debater is like leaning over with your clothes. Give them Komi. What are you saying? But so true. Alright. I'm leaving it like this. Have you watched the Terminator anime on Netflix? It was really good. There's a Terminator anime? I didn't know there was an anime. I was talking about the first two movies earlier. Also, J-Bar is right. I do have a spinal condition after all. Wait. Oh, wait. J-Bar, does that mean you fought Shady? I haven't. When does it take place lore-wise? Oh, we're talking about the anime. I wonder. Came out this year. Oh, no wonder. Yeah. Put it over there. Well, actually, I was saying that Kodo's a little demon. It will cook you and fix you that boat fairy. No, it won't! The guilt! The guilt! The guilt! Before the second movie, but I don't know about continuity because of the stuff that happened in Genesis and Dark Fate. I have not seen Genesis or Dark Fate. No, no guilt. Yes, guilt. 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 I really need to work on the pants on this guy. I really don't like the pants. The pants. No, not allowed. Yes, it's allowed. It's allowed. Because I said so. And you love it. I guess we can work on these over here. I forbid guilt. So you want me to jump off a cliff? You want to see me run around the world? You want to see me do it again? What? I'm sorry. You have to deal with my insanity for like 5 minutes. Only 5. I don't want you to go off a cliff. What on earth? I'm sorry. So I'm allowed to feel guilty. It's either one or the other. Shady. It's either one or the other. And whenever you're ready to make that pick,
I'll be here. If your friend's name was Cliff, would you jump off him? I mean, if he's my friend, yeah. W Cliff chat. Photo, what the fuck? 12 hours? Are you good? I get you some water. Thank you for the hydrated. Drink some water. I'm good. Thank you, Captain. Oh, Captain, do you want to see that art we were working on? We finished it.
We finished it!
We also did that other art too for Ace. Over here. Holy. Kodo Art Happy Day. Very proud of myself. This song is how I feel.
Hi, Sadie. Hi. Yo!
I think my song was the first exposure to Vocaloid. It's a classic song. Someone quick, add more time! Fuck! It will be okay. am gonna stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming Jack and Dexter for as long as I can. Thank you, Captain, for gifting a sub.
Dex and Dexter Park. You were gifting a sub.
Let me add one to the Captain tally. Poggers Captain. W Captain Jack. Dak and Jackster. So true. Ah, my favorite game. Dak and Jackster. Jaxie Neutron?
Nebuni, thank you for gifting a sub
To the one true try. Let me add one to Nebunis.
Do 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 do.
Jaxie Neutron. Dector's Laboratory. Tyr is the Norse god of war. Whoa. W God of War chat.
W God of War chat.
That's such a silly thing of me to say. W egg chat. I think the egg is well done. It's my brain cooking. It's fried. I saw the time and was worried. Not enough time to cook the eggy on your head. My little eggy. I want an omelet now. Can you make me one if you're gonna make one? Gotta cook it down till it's phosphorus? What's phosphorus? Phosphorus. Safe cat consumption. Fun fact, I do not like eggs. I will not I take the egg off. Cause you know like eggs. If Kodo can fry eggs on his forehead, does that mean he is hot stuff? Hold on. Alright, go ahead. Easiest mode of my life? No. When you poke Kodo, it makes a little psst sound and smoke comes out. And I'm like a no. What happens is when you poke me, I'm like one of those balloons that like farts and flies around for a very long time, and just suddenly just like it just, and then it's gone. Like. No! That's hello everyone! Hello every pony. Meal, do you wanna see the art I've been working on? Oh my god, it's Meal, it's my friend Meal, oh my god. Kodo, this looks so cute. I love this drawing. You are so cracked. I love this. I love you. This is hi sound! Hi! Yes? Wait, I need to see the poll. 0 knows. You sicken me. You all sicken me. Oh my god. You all sicken me. It's not true. I'm lying. 10 out of 10. Kodo is hot stuff. Confirmed. I guess I am hot stuff. I don't even remember how this conversation happened. Oh, that Minita! Hi! You make us sick for how sweet you are! I'm dying! I was gonna say I'm burning, but then you're gonna be like, oh, because you're hot stuff, and then I roll around in dirt for an hour. That's one more vote for yes to that. I also did this drawing, but it was off stream, so maybe it doesn't count, but I like showing it off anyways, because I'm very proud of it. Anyways. Oh wait. And there's also this one that we did for Ace earlier. I'm also proud of this. Kodo, what the heck? Your render skills are off the roof. Thank you! I've been in a zone. I've been in a kitty zone. Kodo is so talented, I run away. I still love it. I love Kodo Art. I love me a lot. So hot he can fry an egg on his head with vegetable juice. I too love vegetables. Actually, I don't. I lied. I really like mango smoothies. It's not even a fruit. I mean, a vegetable. Veggie bowl. Should have had a V8. W mango chat. W mango chat. So true. Oh, by the way, if and when you can you send the PSD of the piece? Did I not send you it? You sent me a Clusuda file, but I don't have. Oh, okay, I see. PSD. All right, yeah, I can do that right now. Don't even worry about it. Photoshop document. Save. All right. Oh, I just sent you the same thing. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. Ignore that one. Hold on. There you go. Why would a cactus need to be cooled? Be cooled? I still need to send Kodo a cactus cooler. Honestly, if you sent me cactus cooler, I would do a review of it on stream. I heard that it's just a mix of pineapple and orange juice mix, but more prominent of the pineapple than the orange. Like orange soda mix. I will ship one. Thank you. Just one? I mean, I guess you can ship one. Might be a little shaken up though. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just wrap it up in bubble wrap. So then, like, it won't shake in the box too much. I just throw it really hard and you catch it. Just make sure it isn't biote. What's biote? I catch it. I catch it, but it hurts my hand and then I drop it and then it explodes. Oh, whoops. Oh, no! Put that back. How do I put this back? There you go. Guys, we're about to do another. We're about to do another prediction. If I miss any. What the heck is this song? Disappearance of Hatsune Miku.
Hello, Captain! Thank you for giving us up the meal! That is so poggers of you.
Another one to the captain chart. Not yet! Cap. That was close. Guys. You guys are so silly. I love you guys. W Captain chat. W Captain. You being so nice to me on the year of our Lord and Savior Shadow 2025. Oh, Shady, thank you for gifting another soul. It truly is the year of Shadow, isn't it? Oh, thank you for the birthday. I need to add another one to Shady. Another one. Okay, I think I got everything. I think I got all the spots. We're gonna do a prediction. Alright, we're gonna leave this up for 30 seconds. Did I miss a spot? Did I miss a spot? For you guys that don't know, I'm gonna encase the whole thing and see if it'll all be, if it'll only get within the lines when I add all the color, or if there will be an open spot that I didn't cover. Yes? No? Okay, okay. See, we have some doubters again. One person believes in me. I have faith in my Tomodachi. Oh, Mew. And then if I let down Mew, I'm gonna be sad for like a week. No! No! Let's see, guys. No! No, I have to believe. I didn't let Meal down. I didn't let Meal down. You can never disappoint me. Yay! I believe. Alright. What are we encasing? Can we put it in cheese? I mean, we could. Alright, let's see. Alright. Alright, I'm just making sure I have everything I need. Look at that! Look at that! Oh, what is that? What? I didn't miss anything. What? What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What's up? What's up, everyone? What is up? That's right. Kodo #1 fan. Mm-hmm. Did I miss a spot? No. I did not miss a spot. That's right. Read it and weep! Read it and weep! #1 Kodo fan. I really cracked an art pill. Ignore 5 prediction, but let's go! Yummy channel points. Kodo is art. I am art. Oh dang, he did it this time! Leave me alone! Stop it! Stop! Stop it! That's enough out of you. Uh-oh, the 1 minute. It's okay, guys. It's okay. I'm gonna stream tomorrow. It's okay. Dang, the roast. The roast. chicken. Yesterday, J-Bar was telling me that he was getting a whole rotisserie chicken for New Year's, and for some reason it really tickled me. Oh, Captain. Come on, guys. Captain, please do not. I don't want you to spend so much money on this, Captain. Why are you trying to out me for revenge? But I love the the rotisserie chicken. I loved it. It tickled me. Captain, I'm putting your wallet in the toilet. $5 rotisserie chicken. Captain's appalled. Like, why? Why would you do that to me? I'm like, well, because I love you. Soggy wallet. Stinks a little. Joseph you, I sent the first gift sub while on the toilet. God damn you. Ew. But is your rotisserie chicken a foot long? Wait, am I reading this right? The game Valorant gifted you 15 subs, Nani? Yes, apparently it's a thing where like if you give 5 subs, Valorant will give subs as well. And apparently it's like a roulette between 1 and 100. But most of the time, it seems to be either 1 or 2, and then sometimes 3. But apparently it could be more, but very rare. Maybe 1 in a 10 billion trillion chance. Wow! Incredible. People were like, oh, Valorant will do the sub thing, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about? And I was like, do I have to play Valorant? And I was like, please, no. Don't play Valorant. It's because Kodo is the sickest, most hardcore competitive Valorant pro. I've never even installed that game. I've never even looked at it. I think I know 2 people who play Val. Wait, is Valorant the one with the guy Phoenix in it? Cause that guy's beautiful. That's how good he is! He doesn't even have to play to be on the leaderboard base. Valorant has gifted you a sub. Valorant approaches per sub. I have no idea. He doesn't have to install it to be the godliest. The cuddly crab. The scary crab. I almost gave another sub, but whenever my wallet is into it. That's right, 10 seconds. No! That's okay, guys. It's okay. It's over. It's okay. Thank you, my Tomodachis. My Tomodachis! Yippee! Meow! Me too, Captain. Me too. Yes. As much as I appreciate it, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to keep it going, you know? That the world is resting on your shoulders. That's too much world for one little kitty cat. Points at you guys who are also kitty cats when you're in the stream. Don't you guys feel furrier when you're here? We do it because we love Kodo. What if I ran to the hills and brought back a flower for you all? We'd still love.
Oh, thank you for the transmission, Polygon Dust. Dang!
I feel fuzzy and warm. Remember how we used to run?
Hello, Polygon Dust. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Remember how we used to run? I love that tweet. There's medications for that, I hear. Fuzzy and worm. Kodo's stream is my medicine. Honestly, Neil, your streams are my medicine. Neil, when are you streaming? I remember yesterday, I was gonna be like, I remember I was talking to Toast and J-Bar, and I was like, guys, when is Neil streaming? And I was like, wait, no, it's New Year's, Neil's not gonna stream. I exploded in that moment. Neil hasn't streamed since last year. Sadness. When am I gonna get to wear my Neil #1 fan shirt? Kodo went boom. I exploded it. You know, I was thinking just now, why does my throat feel weird? And then I remembered I was like, I've been talking for almost like 13 hours. That might not be good. You guys are lucky I'm into this drawing, or I would've ended stream. Project Zomboid? Oh, what's the... Wait, I'm missing stuff. I haven't seen... I don't know when my next stream yet. Actually, working on opening the PV surgeon right now, and that's all I'm thinking about. Wait, 13 hours. Kodo. I know it's a first for me. I'm doing a meal long stream right now, just like my favorite streamer. Project Dumpling. Can I join the server and all I do is fish, and then my fish like they start like rotting because I do too much fish. Like fish. I just want fish. Man, I love fishing. Your name was really on the list, Kodo. Yippee! I can't wait to die 10 times before I get a good start. You know, I are a personal fisher. I'm actually surprised that I lived despite the fact that, like, I was left behind in the last one. And also, like, I was naked and it was cold. I kinda slayed. Left behind. I'm sorry you happened to spawn from us. We picked you up, oh my god! Yes, you did. But Captain didn't. You and Bo went on a journey. We had to. We had to. Wow, Cap. Yeah, L Captain. No, I can't say that. Captain's been so nice to me today. L Codox's chat for saying that. L Codox's. W Captain Cat. Rare Captain. No! L Kodo. El Kodo. I meant to say El Kodo. W Captain. Yeah, 10 times W Captain. L me chat. No, Eddie he gave me bits. No, stop. But W cap for the subbies. God dang it. I love my friends. Common Captain W. Common Captain W. Captain is a walking W every single day of the week. That song. Sorry. I do not want to listen to this song. We have listened to it way too many times today. Get it out. Get it out of my head. I'm just a guy. Just a little guy. Get out of my school! Get out! Get out! Sorry, I was dancing. I love this song. This is the first song I got a perfect on in extreme mode in Project Diva something. I don't know, it was one of the versions for the PS3. So, should I DM you what art I'd like? Yes. DM me what art you would like. Yippee! Reminds me I should get the Miku game now that it's on discount. So, Meal Project Diva stream? Even if it's just in a phone call and I get to watch Mio do the break jump game, and I'm like, wow, this is great, and then I fall asleep on the call. Because the sound of my friends enjoying it is the perfect sleeping material. Hold on. I never played one of these games. You would love it. I will stream it for you, Kodo. Yippee! Meal, we still have to watch the hour-long Garfield video. I would play it on stream now, but I think people wouldn't be happy with me. Mainly because I played it on stream before. W Garf chat. What's the hour-long video? I would stay. Garf, you're so right. Would you guys actually want to? Would you guys actually want to? I will draw and I will have the video in the corner. That's how I did it the first time. Do you guys want to do that? It's an hour long. But you guys have to be here the whole time. No muting. You have to be here and you have to watch it, alright? Don't just leave. You have been on here for 13 hours, Kodo. And I don't mind doing 14. Kodo, I am legit gonna ask, are you tired? I'm a little eepy. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m.? When did that happen? It was just 11! Wait, what? It was just 11! No, Kodo can't stay awake for more than a few hours. This wild. I haven't streamed in a long time, And it makes me really happy to stream right now, and I don't want to stop streaming. I don't want to stop streaming. I'm having so much fun streaming. Me when it's 11 p.m. over here. Meow, 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 meow. Head pats. Head pats. Okay. We will watch the Garfield video. No cries, Kodo. Just make just stretch and take breaks. So true. We'll watch the Garfield video. And then we will end stream. Oh, but then I'm gonna be sad that I can't hear my friends' reactions to it. Oh. Deal. Alright, fine. Alright, cool. Alright, let me get the Garfield video. True. Wait! No! Wait! How? Up to you, friend. Do you want your friends in call with you? I wouldn't want them to, like, suddenly be on stream, though. I know that's, like, can be, like, a little tense. Up to you. It is entirely up to you. What if I just ran around in a circle? 7 up. 2 up you. No, I don't want to push anyone to be on stream. But I do want to see my friends' reactions to it. Well, it's not even, you know what? No. We'll watch it. We'll watch it on stream because it's not even that, like, big of a deal, you know? It's not like there's, like, crazy moments in it. We could say, no. We're doing this now. Okay, pause this. Okay, let's go! Let's go! Oh, sorry guys, I lied. It's 101 minutes and 23 seconds. So if that last minute is just a little too much for you, then I'm sorry, alright? The title of this video is called 7/27/1987. Alright? Alright. Buckle in. Does anyone want to get some snacks? Does anyone get a blanket? Hold on. Does anyone need a moment? Okay, we're not gonna sit here. I'm gonna draw while we watch this, alright? Because I cannot... Hold on. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this right here, alright? Nothing too crazy is happening in it. I want ice cream. I'm laying down right now. Okay, I get cozy. Yeah, I'm gonna get some snackies. Alright. Alright, go get some snackies. And we'll reconvene. Wait, is this what I think it is? I don't know. Is it? Is it? Is this the lasagna cat thing? Maybe. Maybe it is. We'll wait. We'll wait for Meal to come back. Meal's the main one that hasn't seen this. Oh my god. Oh, I need to charge my phone. I know this. That made me think of that, that Golden Boy, scene where it's like, I know those. I know those. Haha. I'm still not even sure what we watching. Well, you're gonna find out in a moment, my buddy old pal. I haven't seen it either. You guys will enjoy this. It's a good one. Classic. I get that reference. Oops. Oh, I forgot to add the parts that I added. Yo, electric swing. W electric swing part. Is bread. Gonna order food, but thought about taco truck would be here. Wasn't, so I had boy dinner. Butter toast. Butter toast. Can I have some butter toast? Ooh. Have you had cheese toast? Isn't that just a grilled cheese? Be right back. When you melt the sliced American cheese on a piece of bread in a toaster oven, it's more like an oven-faced grilled cheese and faster to make. But I don't like that. I don't like that it's open, because then the cheese is, you like touch the cheese, you know? And I don't think I would like that, like texture-wise. Like just thinking about it makes me uncomfortable. Like, that makes me think of that SpongeBob clip that's like, SpongeBob, why is it in a cage? Because it growled at me. And I feel like the cheese toast would growl at me. Could fold it in half. That is true. That is true. But then it's just a grilled cheese. You don't really touch the cheese, as it were. You hold it by the crust. Yeah, but you have to take a bite of it at some point, don't you? Okay, I have my popcorn. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, share. Grilled cheese taco. Alright. Let's go ahead. Let's take a journey. Said Snoop Dogg. Alright, let's go. I'll put it up even a little more, just for you guys.
Now where could my
Because this is the
pipe
true
be?
art.
Garfield?
Wait a minute. Wait, it's not showing. Whoops. Hold on, we have to go back. Add another 30 seconds. I didn't realize I have to have it showing. Oh. I was like, why is it just frozen?
Now where could my pipe be? Garfield?
See, it was like an illusion. That's me in the background coughing, by the way. Ten out of 10 already? I can't believe I'm seeing this again. That's right.
When I was 18 years old, I saw for the first time in my life, I saw a vision of clarity. I saw a comic strip, a 3-panel comic strip that, though simple as it seemed, changed me, changed my being, changed who I am, made me who I am,
Same.
enlightened me. The strip, Garfield. The comic strip was new, no more than maybe a month and a half since inception, since coming into existence. And there it was before me in print. I saw it, a comic strip. What was it called? Garfield. The story here is of a man, a plain man. He is John, but he is more than that. I will get to this later. But first, let us just say he is John, a plain man. And then there is a cat, Garfield. This is the nature of the world here. When I see the world, the politics, the future, the satellites in space, and the people who put them there, you can look at everything as a man and a cat. Two beings in harmony and at war. So the strip I saw about this man, John, and the cat, Garfield, you see, yes, it is about everything. This little comic is, oh, lo and behold, not so little anymore. So yes, when I was 18, I saw this comic, and it hit me all at once, its power. I clipped it, and every day I looked at it, and I said, okay, let me look at this here. What is this doing to me? Why is this so powerful? John Arbuckle, he sits here, legs crossed, comfortable in his home, and he reads his newspaper.
Yeah.
The news of the world, perhaps. And then he extends his fingers lightly, delicately. He taps his fingers on an end table and he feels for something. What is it? It is something he needs, but it is not there. And then he looks up, slightly cockeyed, and he thinks. His newspaper in his lap now, and he thinks this. Now, where could my pipe be? This. I always come to this because I was a young man. I'm older now. And I still don't have the secrets, the answers. So this question still rings true. John looks up and he thinks, now where could my pipe be? And then it happens. You see it. You see, it's almost like divine intervention. Suddenly, it is there and it overpowers you. A cat is smoking a pipe. It is the man's pipe. It's John's pipe. But the cat, this cat Garfield, is smoking the pipe. And from afar and from someplace near but not clear, near but not clear, the man calls out. John calls out. He is shocked. Garfield, he shouts. Garfield, the cat's name. But let's take a step back. Let us examine this from all sides, all perspectives. And when I first came across this comic strip, I was at my father's house. The newspaper had arrived, and I picked it up for him and brought it inside. I organized his sections for him, and then, yes, the comic strips section fell out from somewhere in the middle and landed on the kitchen floor. I picked up the paper pages and saw up somewhere near the top of this strip. And just like John, I too was wearing an aquamarine shirt. So I thought, interesting. I'll have to see to this later.
Here, but not clear. This is driving me insane. Why?
5 days later, I re-examined.
Aquamarine.
Gripped me. I needed to find out more about this. The information I had was minimal, but enough. An orange cat named Garfield. Okay, that seemed to be the linchpin of this whole operation. And yes, another clue. A signature in the bottom right corner. A man's name. Jim Davis. Yes, I'm onto it for sure. So, 1, Garfield, orange cat. And 2, Jim Davis, the creator of this cat. And that curiously plain man. I did not know at the time that his name was John. The strip, you see, had no mention of this man's name, and I'd never seen it before. But I had these clues. Jim Davis, Garfield. And then I saw more. I spotted the tiny copyright mark in the upper left corner. Copyright 1978 to... what is this? Copyright belongs to a Paws Incorporated. I used the local library and mail services to track down the information I was looking for. Jim Davis, a cartoonist, had created a comic strip about a cat, Garfield. And a man, John Arbuckle. Well, from that point on, I made sure I read the Garfield comic strips. But as I read each one, as each day passed, the strips seemed to resonate with me less and less. I sent letters to Paws Incorporated, long letters, pages upon pages, asking if Mr. Jim Davis could somehow publish just the one comic over and over again. It would be meditative, I wrote. The strength of that. Could you imagine? But no response. The strips lost their power, and eventually I stopped reading, but I did not want my perceptions diluted, so I vowed to read the pipe strip over and over again. That is what I call it, the pipe strip. The pipe strip. Everything about it is perfect. I can only describe it as a miracle creation. Something came together. The elements aligned. It's like the comets, the cosmic orchestra that is up there over your head. The immense, enormous void is working all for one thing, to tell you one thing. Gas and rock and purity and nothing. I will say this. When I see the pipe strip, and I mean every single time I look at the lines, the colors, the shapes that make up the 3-panel comic, I see perfection. Do I find perfection in many things? Some things, I would say. Some things are perfect, and this is one of them. I can look at the little tuft of hair on John Arbuckle's head. It is the perfect shade. The purple pipe in Garfield's mouth. How could a mere mortal even make this? I have a theory about Jim
I watched
Davis.
closely.
After copious research, and yes, of course, now we have the internet, and this information is all readily available, but Jim Davis, he used his life experiences to influence his comic.
Bro, just Google
Like I mentioned
it.
before, none of them seem to have the weight of the pipe strip. But you have to wonder about the man who is able to even just once create the perfect
A mere
form,
mortal.
a literally flawless execution of art, brilliance. Just isn't a word. I think there's a spiritual element at work. I've seen my share of bad times, and when you have something, well, it's just emotions and neurons in your brain, but something tells you that it's the truth. Truth's radiant light. Garfield the cat? Neurons in my brain. It's harmony, you see. John and Garfield. It's truly harmony, like a continuous, looping, everlasting harmony. The lavender chair, the brown end table, the salmon-colored wall, the forest green carpet, and Garfield is hunched, perched, perhaps with the pipe stuck firmly between his jowls. His tail curls around. It's more than shapes, too, because Okay, stay with me. I've done this experiment several times. You take the strip. You trace only the basic elements. You can do anything. You can simplify the shapes down to just blobs, just outlines, but it still makes sense. You can replace the blobs with magazine cutouts of other things. Replace John Arbuckle with a car parked in a driveway sideways. Cut that out of the magazine, stick it in. Replace him there in the second panel with a food processor. Okay. And then we put a picture of the planet in the third panel over Garfield.
All right.
It still works. These are universal proportions. I don't know how best to explain why it works. I've studied the pipe strip and analyzed John and Garfield's proportions against several universal mathematical constants. E, pi, the golden ratio, the Feigenbaum constants, and so on. And it's surprising, scary even, how things align. You can take just tiny pieces of the pipe strip, for instance. Take John's elbow from the second panel. And take that and project it back over John's entire shape in the second panel, and you'll see a near-perfect Fibonacci sequence emerge. It's eerie to me. It makes you wonder if you're in the presence of a deity, if there is some larger hand at work. There's no doubt in my mind that Jim Davis is a smart man. Jim Davis is capable of anything, to me. He is remarkable. But this is so far beyond that. I think we might see that this work of art is revered and respected in years to come. Jim Davis is possibly a new master of the craft, a genius of the eye. They very well may say the same things about Jim Davis in 500 years that we say about the great philosophical and artistic masters from centuries ago. Jim Davis is a modern-day Socrates or Da Vinci, mixing both striking visual beauty with classical, daring, unheard-of intellect. Look, he combines these things to make profoundly simple expressions. This strip is his masterpiece. The pipe strip is his masterpiece. And it is a masterpiece and a marvel. I often look at Garfield's particular pose in this strip. He is poised and statuesque, and his cat stare is reminiscent of the fiery gazes often found in religious iconography. But still, his eyes are playful, lying somewhere between the solemn father's expression in Rembrandt's Return of the Prodigal Son and the coy smirk of Da Vinci's St. John the Baptist. His ears stick up, signifying a peaked readiness. It's as if he could at any moment pounce. He is, after all, a close relative and descendant of the mighty jungle cats of Africa that could leap after prey. You could see the power drawn into Garfield's hindquarters, powerful haunches indeed. The third panel. And I'm just saying this now, this is just coming to me now. The third panel of the pipe strip is essentially a microcosm for the entire strip itself. All the power dynamics, the struggle for superiority, right? Mm-hmm. Who has the pipe? Where is the pipe? All of that is drawn, built, layered into Garfield's iconic pose here. You can see it in the curl of his tail. Garfield's ear whiskers stick up on end, the smoke billows upward, drawing the eye upward, increasing scope. I'm just amazed. Mm-hmm. Really. That after 33 years of reading and analyzing the same comic strip, I'm able to find new dimensions. It's a testament to the work. For 6 years, I delved into tobacco research because can a cat smoke? This is a metaphysical question. Yes. Can any cat smoke? Do we know? Can just Garfield smoke? The research says no. Nicotine poisoning can kill animals, especially household pets. All it takes is the nicotine found in as little as a single cigarette. Surely John's pipe holds a substantial amount of tobacco. And it is true that pets living in the homes of smokers are nearly 25% more likely to develop some form of cancer, most likely due to secondhand smoke. But these are facts of smoking and its tolls on our world. But after visiting 2 tobacco processing plants in Virginia and the Philip Morris cigarette manufacturing facility, I came no closer to cracking the meaning. I was looking for any insight. A detective of a homicide case has to look at every angle. So I'm always taking apart the pipe strip. I focused on every minutia, every detail of this strip. John Arbuckle's clothing. I have replicas. I'm an expert in textiles. So you see, this smoking thing was a hang-up for me. What was the statement here? Until, and this is key, this is the breakthrough. The pipe is not a pipe, really. Obviously, there is symbolism at work here. I saw that from the beginning, and I looked at the literal aspects of the strip to gain insight into the metaphors at play. I worked at a newspaper printing press for 18
Why
months
is the
in
pipe?
the late 1980s.
How is it?
I was learning the literal to inform the gestural, the subliteral, the in-between. John reading the newspaper means so much more than just John reading the newspaper. But how could you ever hope to decipher the puzzle without knowing everything there is to know about newspapers? Okay, for example, John holds his paper up with his left hand, thumb gripping the interior. I learned that this particular grip here is the newspaper grip of 19th century aristocrats. And this aristocrat grip was a point of contention that influenced the decision to move forward with prohibition in the United States in the early 20th century. So John's hand position is much more than that. It is a comment on class war and the resulting reactionary culture. But I didn't know about the aristocratic newspaper grip until I came across some microfiche archives at the printing press. It's about information. You have to take it apart. And the breakthrough on a smoking cat came late. Just 8 years ago, actually. Smoking cat is an industry term. It's what the smoking industry calls a tattletale teenager who tells on his friends after they've all tried smoking for the first time. And it is actually a foreign translation, bastardization of the term smoking rat. But the phrase was confused when secret documents went back and forth between China and America. These documents are still secret. And the only reason I know about the term is because I know a man, my friend, let's call him Timothy. Yes, it's a fake name for his protection. Timothy worked for Philip Morris for 16 years, and he had seen the documents. When he told me, it was an aha moment. And he said, but how? How could this cartoonist, Jim Davis, know about this obscure term from the mid-70s used exclusively by a few cigarette companies? This is still a mystery to me. But I connect the dots by noting Jim Davis's childhood experiences on a farm. He must have seen something. What could it be? Timothy went on to tell me there was one particular smoking cat, a boy from, yes, Indiana, a boy named Ernie Barguckle, who became a thorn in the side of the tobacco companies for a couple of years. He did more than tattle to his parents. He and his family took legal action, and they eventually received a huge settlement payout. But that name is too similar. Ernie Barguckle, John Arbuckle. Jim Davis must have used this. But there's more here. Ernie Barguckle spent nearly half of that settlement money on experimental medical procedures to cure his impotence. He was impotent.
What does that mean?
So he was a smoking cat with a metaphorical pipe that did not work. Are you starting to see the layers here?
Wait, what?
You start to get a whole picture here, and it informs the work. It's just remarkable.
What does that mean?
Jim Davis took these raw ideas, these pieces, and he transformed them into smart social commentary that is also ravishingly beautiful.
Means he has a reptile dysfunction. Captain, why do you know that?
I've cried over this piece.
Me too. I think that works so well. J-Bar, why do you know that?
I try to explain this to people. I have
Shady.
newspaper articles about Ernie Barguckle.
Folly of his being impulsive, lack of strength, power, animal, intellectual, moral,
How can a
weakness,
comic strip
feebleness,
about a cat
inability,
smoking a pipe
imbecility.
mean any more than that?
Thank you, Neil.
But it is more. And when I feel spiritual or start to think existentially, I still see this comic. Here is something from 1981 that I wrote.
What the heck are you guys talking about?
This is just an
Tap
excerpt.
there onto us.
There's more before and after, but this part is the essence to me. If a comic about a cat smoking a pipe can be the only thing in the universe, then maybe this is the strongest evidence for that. Many of you say, "Oh, but I am not blind. I have never been blind." But when you truly see, you will understand just how truly blind you once were to even think it right to say you were not blind. What does a blind man see? Blackness, darkness, blankness, black darkness, dark blankness, the absence of things, quite literally no thing, no things, nothing, nothings. So you see nothing, and I bring you into the light. A cat has your pipe. You've been blind, do you understand this? The cat has your pipe. You can't fully immerse yourself. You don't have the light. You don't have the radiance, the radical light, the radically radiant light of truth and truth's belonging love and nature of light and loving truthful radiance. So don't be bold and make bold statements. I know of you. The cat has your pipe. The cat has your pipe. Remember that. That writing, well, it's kind of rough. Kind of an early 80s feel. And I see that, but I'm still proud of it. Sometimes I imagine that it is the editorial column in the newspaper John Arbuckle is reading. It's an exercise in recursion. It's like a vortex opens up. It's like you hold two mirrors up to each other. One is reality and the other is a cartoon strip.
So
Let's
true.
see. Oh yes, I must bring this up because I think surely Jim Davis is again speaking on multiple levels by including the details set before us in the comic. Notice the glimpse of John Arbuckle's foot in the first panel. The size of the shoe would indicate that maybe the man just has small feet. But a deeper investigation takes us to the foot-binding rituals of certain Asian cultures. Inflicted usually on women for the desire of men, this practice was incredibly painful and crippling. Mr. Davis is here presenting us with a man, or rather, man, who engages in foot binding, a body modification for women on top of being without his pipe or impotent. This is a man facing extreme inner turmoil. The panels tell that story subconsciously. Notice the background wall shading of the first panel points inward toward John in the second panel. And the sharp, tapered end of the purple pipe in the third frame also points at John in the second panel, inward. The eye is drawn to the center panel. You can connect these points and draw a triangle across the panels, and this triangle will align with the reoriented points of John's collar. This is majestic artwork. And to uncover this hidden order is bliss like I've never known. Comfort in an empty world.
In a pipeless world.
I can't help but read the thought bubble again and again. Now where could my pipe be? Now where could my pipe be? It is a profound question. Why am I here? What is my purpose? It is reflection and self-examination here. It is facing the dust, the misery of a cold, careless universe. You can feel the weight of it. Now where could my pipe be? One imagines the author Jim Davis nearly teetering on the edge of insanity. His rationality, his lucidity hovering over the void. And he seeks the truth. You can see it in the line quality of the drawings, the thoughtful, controlled outlines mixed with the occasional chaotic struggles that lurk in the shadows
Meals
of
down
Garfield's
to
dark
this.
stripes. It's almost as if Garfield is chaos.
You guys answered
himself.
very
Yes.
quickly, though.
He is the embodiment of chaos, disorder, hatred, fear, thievery, death, destruction, desolation. These are the things Garfield represents. He stole the pipe. He sits with his back to John Garfield. Garfield, this chaos cat Garfield, has turned his back on everything, everyone. One recalls the great existential forces in literature. Camus, Meursault, Kafka's Gregor Samsa, or Sartre's Antoine Roquentin. Garfield the cat sees the hopelessness of life, which... yes. This is why Jim Davis has chosen smoking. It represents a recklessness, a disregard for what some would define as the beauty of life. Garfield may die from the nicotine. He may not. He defies life. He sits defiant, saying nothing, but looking as if he could say, "Then let me die." It does not matter. It does not matter. And we are faced with this. Could John behave the same? Is John the glimmer of hope? He seems to be unsure. Again, his question. Now, where could my pipe be? Indicates that he is wrestling with his own existence. The center panel centers the issue, and again, this harkens to many of the great religious works of art. I'm talking about the pipe strip in relation to religion. It's interesting to assign the roles of God and anti-God, or as many know him to be, the devil, or on a much larger scale, simply the forces of good and evil. Garfield, the thief cat, evil and malicious. He is the devil, placed to the right. And note the two forms of John. The John on the left, still innocent, still draped in the delight of the lack of knowledge. He is the humans in the Garden of Eden. He feels for his pipe, but he has yet to eat from the tree. And Garfield, the sinister serpent. And notice how Jim Davis has framed this. The center John is locked in a struggle between his innocence and knowledge of the truth, knowledge of the existence of evil. It is stunning. The great struggle, the struggle that transcends time. Jim Davis floats over all of this as creator, God of sorts, in his own right. And he presents this cautionary message to us all. It is as if he is speaking from high, and he is saying unto our awaiting ears, "Where will you be when the cat reveals himself?" I can tell you where you'll be. You will have a choice. You can face endless suffering and eternal misery. You can be forced and beaten down with barbarians who claw at each other just for a view of salvation.
I'll take the
They'll
eternal
tear your
misery.
eyeballs out and rip your gizzards from end to end. They worship this
Go
cat,
with Chaos
this
Cat.
false idol, this evil, horrible cat. Do not be seduced by the cat in the pipe.
Same.
Thy name is a mark of the demons of hell. Something like this. And to those listening, it is a stark reminder to follow the path of the first panel, John. Be humble, be grateful. Honor the law and honor thyself. Be true and be good, and no harm will come to you.
Yeah, the fire in the background really took me out.
Be like John Arbuckle as he lowers his head. Be like John Arbuckle as he lowers his paper, as he turns his head. Bow with John Arbuckle and praise unto the creator, Jim Davis, and banish Demon Garfield from your life. So what is all this? What am I saying?
What are you saying?
What does all this mean?
Yes.
Why is this one comic strip so important to me? And why do I feel the need to share this? Obligation. I have an obligation to you all. This is redemption. This is a belief in redemption, a sacrifice of all the obvious trappings of this false modern life. Look at the simplicity in this strip, in the pipe strip. Look at the simple clothes John wears. Look at his simple, basic furniture. No adornments on the wall. Even the very pipe his cat Garfield stole, it is a plain, modest pipe. And I have adapted this way of life. It speaks
John
to
is catching
in our
strays.
times. Well, you don't need me to point out the hyperbole of our times. You have children being born 8 or 9 at a time. You have more money spent on a single Hollywood movie than some nations can spend feeding their starving people. Torture, distrust. Look around you, it's overwhelming. What can you contribute? And every day I look in the mirror and I hold this comic up to the mirror and I look into the mirror and at this little comic strip. Be humble, be thankful. It is a reminder. Be respectful. You are a statue. You are fragile. And when you break, when you shatter, where will those pieces go? Ask, 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 ask this question. Will you ask?
Okay.
Humankind is only as great as you. You, the individual. It begins and ends with you. You must treat this expedition, this search, this life with a reverence and intensity found only in the smallest sticks, the littlest leaf, the tiniest stone, the most minuscule grain of sand on a beach of billions. This is the secret. Do you want the pipe? Do you want to know where the pipe has gone? You ask yourself. You ask. You ask. You ask.
I ask.
Now where could my pipe be?
Now where could my pipe be?
When I was a young man, remember now, I first saw this comic when I was 18 years old, ages ago. But I was youthful, vibrant. For weeks I denied that a comic strip was having such a profound effect on me. I was much like John Arbuckle. In this middle panel, he says, "Now where could my pipe be?" You can look into his eyes, his half-lowered eyes, and think to yourself, now, surely, John, surely you cannot be this naive. This is nothing new for you. And if you've read more of the Garfield comic strips by Jim Davis, you'd understand what I am saying now. Garfield the cat does things like this all the time. He will take things from John. Food, items, anything. This is his very nature. So you see this, and you ought to say, John Arbuckle, come now. You are lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself and to all of us if you pretend to have not any idea where your pipe has gone. Perhaps you think you left it somewhere else, but you're not so forgetful. You are lying to yourself. Yes. You are lying to yourself, John Arbuckle. You know that Garfield has the pipe. Somewhere deep down, you know this. You don't even need to think the question. And that was me when I saw this strip. 1 week passed, and each morning I'd open my drawer and slam it shut again. I would go to look at the comic, but I'd pause and think, oh no, I don't need this comic. I don't need to look at it. But there I was, lying to myself. I did need to see it, and so I did. It's cathartic. You give in, and that is the transition from the second panel of life to the third panel of life. It is a simple story structure, the passage from the second act to the third, the twilight of things. John gives in to his suspicions. He knows the truth. He's always known the truth. He yells out, "Garfield! Garfield! Garfield!"
Garfield.
It's like pressure from a steam valve being released. The buildup is unbearable, and then it's gone. So it is like this. When I speak about the truth, the light, the radiance, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This is the essence of this brilliant work of art. The practical mixing, meeting, agreeing with the spiritual, it is all here. But spirituality is not an easy thing to confront. You might find yourself able to wrap your mind around a simple math problem or a basic newspaper article or But intellect is much less subjective. What is spirituality? And how have I found spiritual peace and serenity in Garfield? A long time ago, after I encountered the pipe strip, I spent some time, as I mentioned before, soul searching. When something impacts you or alters your very perception so greatly, there is a long period of confusion and recovery time. It's as if you don't know who you are, and that can be a very scary prospect, especially if you thought you had a good grasp on that sort of thing. Imagine if Jim Davis did not know who he was. Would he be capable of shaping the cultural landscape as he's done? No, of course he wouldn't. And how about his characters? John. What if Jim Davis suddenly woke up and didn't know who John was? What if he couldn't make the informed decisions to accurately depict Garfield's personality because he could no longer specify or demarcate the boundaries of Garfield's behavior? What kind of comic would that be? You see? So draw the parallel. I saw this comic, and yes, I was disoriented. And if I didn't reconcile this issue with myself, what kind of person would I be? Undoubtedly dire circumstances, but remember, this was not a math problem. This was not an article. This was not something I could just figure out. And as skeptical as I was, I realized that faith and spirituality were avenues that required exploring. At first, I tried long nights reading Garfield by candlelight or aromatic meditation settings while thinking of Garfield, but nothing snapped. Nothing clicked. I still felt lost. But I kept it up. I hired a shaman and a young personal yogi Sikh guru, Avram Dav Singh Sahib. I pushed and pushed, determined to find myself. And then a miracle happened.
A miracle.
Upon retrieving my morning paper to clip the Garfield comic, I noticed a young girl selling lemonade 2 houses down.
Straight up said, "Let me die." I don't know.
She had no customers in sight. So I approached and saw that she was coloring. I looked at her drawing. 3 rectangular boxes. A man in a blue shirt, an orange cat. I knew what this was. Even in her crude scribbles, I knew exactly what this was. She was drawing a Garfield comic.
No.
I looked at her words and I saw that in her strip, John asked Garfield to retrieve a newspaper. Funny, since I've done just that for myself. Garfield is sarcastic, but agrees to it. He returns and calls John Sahib. John exclaims that the paper is all chewed up, but then Garfield says, and I quote, "Sahib asks fish, paper is wet. Sahib asks cat, paper is holy." I remember the words and ran back to my house. I thought, how odd that Sahib shows up in the strip, and my spiritual advisor's name is Avram Dav Singh Sahib. Coincidence, surely, but nonetheless, I spent the next 16 hours poring through my clipped Garfield comics, looking for the strip this young girl had been coloring. I couldn't find it. And I eventually fell asleep right on my kitchen table. The next morning, I retrieved my paper again and I clipped the Garfield comic. The date was July 12th, 1983, and there it was. The Sahib strip in all its glory.
No way.
The girl had been drawing the next day's strip. Well, I ran right out of my house. I ran back to where she was, but she was gone, and in place of the lemonade stand was a for sale sign. They'd moved out. I rushed back to my house to call Avram, but I was informed that he'd moved away as well.
I'm fucking
I
savvy.
reeled for several hours, then it all connected for me. It was meant to be. It was meant to be this way. Jim Davis, John, Garfield. It was always meant to be this way for me. They move to the forefront and everything else fades away. Everything else, the girl, the lemonade stand, Avram's Dav Singh Sahib, it all existed to show me the way, and when I'd found the way, everything else melted away. It was a beautiful miracle. And of July 1978, the day I first saw the pipe strip, was the first day of my life. And that day, July 12, 1983, was the second day of my life. I've never looked back. Garfield has transformed me. And I am a man born anew because of Garfield. When I was in my mid-30s, I was interviewed for a documentary. It was a documentary on the subject of cat behavior. Now, I have had cats my whole life. I have 3 cats now, and at the time of this documentary interview, I had 4 cats. I sat down for the interview and was joined by a veterinarian who specialized in feline. Dr. Carolyn Wilmans was her name, I believe. And the doctor discussed color blindness in animals and how it affects their behavior. She specifically brought up the fact that cats are red-green colorblind. They can see colors, but they can't tell the difference between red and green. And look at the color choice in this strip here. Garfield sits on a green floor behind a pinkish red wall. I heard this and I immediately pulled a copy of the comic from my wallet to show to the doctor. I moved so fast, I'm sure I nearly scared her. I pointed at the paper and said, like this, look at this here, this cat Garfield, he's colorblind, he must be. That must be the answer here. Like this. As overexcited as I was, I managed to take in her response. She said, yes, a cat in this room would have a hard time differentiating the wall from the floor. Add to that cat's known spatial confusion, and you have the makings of a cat rage room. Now, she informed me this isn't exactly common knowledge among cat owners, but a seasoned cat owner or someone particularly perceptive will have picked up on it. So what's incredible here is not only is Garfield's behavior symbolic of the devil and all the evil constructs in the world, but also it is rooted in science and scientific fact. Look at that. You cannot spell fact without cat.
Whoa.
Just a little joke there. Just some wordplay, but getting back on track. And you can't spell track without cat. Okay. Okay. I digress. I gotcha. Enough kidding around. It is established here that Garfield is in a rage, an ultimate rage of fury and hatred caused by colorblindness. We know the what. We know the why. But let us examine the how. The how of his rage is particularly interesting here. We've looked at his posture and called it powerful.
Rage room.
Statuesque, etc., etc. Composed rage. It's peculiar, and I've talked to a number of psychologists and psychiatrists and even a couple of anger management therapists about this concept. Could we see the same kind of behavior in a human? Is Garfield representative of something more specific than just chaos and rage?
No.
Deciphering this is going to take some perseverance for sure. The psychologist pointed to a phenomenon in humans, and yes, I believe one of the anger management counselors brought it up as well. The idea that people oftentimes will bottle their rage. Garfield the cat here, well, he could be bottling his anger inside, shoving it deep into his cat gut to ignore and deal with at a later time. Well, no, that's not exactly right. Garfield has already acted out. He's already stolen the pipe.
He's already stolen the pipe.
He's already dealt with his anger. He's already lashed out. So, psychologically, what is going on here? What is this cat doing, and how does it impact his owner, John Arbuckle, psychologically? Well, Garfield is angry. He's acting on his anger. But is this passive anger or aggressive anger?
It's anger.
It is passive because if Garfield has a problem with John specifically, he's choosing a passive way of dealing with that problem. He's not confronted John and said, John, I have a problem with the way you've decorated this room. As a cat, I am colorblind, and this sends me into a rage. You've created a rage room for me here, and I don't like it. I want you to change it. Instead of that confrontational approach, though, Garfield has chosen to steal John's pipe. And that in turn angers John. But John decides to be aggressively angry and yell at Garfield. So now instead of a calm conversation between two respectful parties, you have two heated, angry individuals, each with a problem and no direct line to solving it. The layered emotions here tell a story with tight, focused brevity that would make Hemingway weep. This is an entire drama in just 3 panels, people. But let's not be remiss and miss the humor of the situation. The absurdity of it all. For certainly there is a reason the visual shorthand for drama includes both a crying mask and a laughing mask. Comedy and tragedy complement each other and meld together to create drama. Tension, the height of humanity, the peak of art that reflects back to us our own condition. And here, in its basest form, we can laugh at this comic, yes, comic, in which a cat smokes a pipe. When is the last time you've seen such a thing in your life? Never, I presume. I certainly never have. The Greek muse Thalia's presence is strong in this work of art here. Comedy, it is comedy. And if you look at the structure again, you'll see this perfect form of thirds works magically for the transmission of yes, a joke. The joke is as old as time. Even cavemen told jokes. And the joke here is that John has lost his pipe. Well, he thinks he has. But lo and behold, it is the cat Garfield who has the pipe. Surprise, surprise, the cat is smoking. Again, the transition from setup to punchline takes place between the second and third panels. But make no mistake, the comic is more than just a comic. Yes, it is funny, of course it is. It is operating at the height of sophisticated humor on par with any of Shakespeare's piercing wit. On the one hand, Garfield the comic with John the man, humor is art. The other hand, Garfield comic with John the man, stirring, no, riveting, drama. As with everything, it is tension and release, tension and release, a cycle. I keep returning to this idea because it is so omnipresent. Yes, you could, and yes, I have done this on more than one occasion. You could print this comic strip on a giant piece of paper. The dimensions would be something like 34 inches by 11 inches. Now tape the ends together with the comic facing inward. Stick your head in the middle of this Garfield comic loop and read. Start at the first panel. John is reading the newspaper. He feels for something on the end table. Second panel, he sets the newspaper down. Something is not right. Now, where could my pipe be, he thinks.
Where could my pipe?
And then the payoff. The third panel. Garfield has John's pipe and is smoking it. But the paper is in a loop around your head, so that you can see that once again John is in his seat reading the paper. And so on and so on. You could literally read the comic strip for eternity. I've spent many a relaxing Sunday afternoon reading this strip over and over. I'm reminded of the Portuguese death carvings, which always begin and end with the same scrawled image. So this idea of repetition, and the beginning being the end, and the end being the beginning, it's not new. It is an ageless tradition among the best storytellers humanity has ever offered. And I'm not wrong to include cartoonist Jim Davis in that exalted set for this particular strip alone. I'm not foolish enough to deny that great art is subjective, divisive even, and that some people see this Garfield comic and shrug with no real reaction. But I will say that I believe everyone in the world should see it. At the very least, see it. You should all see it.
I'm looking.
Read it.
I'm reading.
Spend some time with it. Spend an hour reading it. What's an hour? Yes, you could watch some television program. You could play some fast-paced video games or computer games. Yes, you could do all those things. But it's just an hour. And if you give this strip a chance, if you look into John Arbuckle's eyes, if you look into John Arbuckle's soul, you might find that you'll really be looking into your own soul. It's self-discovery. That is what I'm talking about here. You have the opportunity, the possibility. It could change you. Don't be afraid. You know, Just last week I was eating lunch near the municipal court, like I do every Thursday, and there was a plumbing van.
I'm so tired of this bitch keeps
A
talking.
plumber would step out from the court and retrieve something from his van every so often. 2 times this happened. I thought nothing of it, just a plumber doing some work at the municipal court. But then he came out and looked through his van, and it was clear. He couldn't find something.
He's yapping about Garfield.
That's sort of
Not
similar to
talking,
Garfield
he's
comment.
teaching.
Someone looks for something, can't find it. Yes, that probably happens billions of times a day around the world. But then this plumber put his hands on his hips. Then he scratched his head and he said aloud, "Now where could my pipe wrench be?"
No, where could my pipe? Whoa.
Well, at this, I leaped off the bench. Sandwich still in hand, and I rushed over. I shouted, "What was that you said?" He looked at me and said, "What?" "I can't find my pipe wrench." And I said, No, say it like how you just said it." He scratched his head and repeated, "Now where could my pipe wrench be?" I slapped him on the back and said, "Garfield!" He looked so confused, so I said it again. And I said, "Your orange cat took it." And I laughed and laughed. And he smiled and went back into the courtroom. I walked away knowing that the plumber and I, 2 complete strangers, bonded over this Garfield comic. You see, life imitates art and becomes a common ground. I have a feeling that if I see this plumber again, we'll be sharing stories like 2 old friends, because we've been united by art. We have a common love for Jim Davis and his characters, his writings, the humor, the drama, that rascal Garfield the cat. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what I was having for lunch that day, it was a ham sandwich with an apple and potato chips.
Actually was wondering.
I had a soda as well.
Oh damn, what soda?
I think it's important to
Okay,
view
so
the
can you
pipe
tell me?
strip in philosophical terms. We've touched briefly on the notion of existentialism. That theme is very prevalent in this strip. Garfield is in fact a modern existential anti-hero. But if Garfield embodies the bewilderment in a meaningless life, what is John? What are the telltale signs that informs John's philosophical standpoint, his approach, what style of thinking he represents? John is depicted as being grounded in the material world, a world of things. He is surrounded by objects, and he touches these objects. He interacts with them. The newspaper, the end table, the chair, his clothes, all these physical things make up John's world. In some sense, even his cat Garfield is an object to him, a thing. The first ideology that comes to mind when thinking of objects in the tangible world is pragmatism. Is John Arbuckle a pragmatist? His beliefs stem from a useful, coherent view of his environment. A sort of cause and effect understanding of his world helps him. A, deduce that his pipe is missing, and B, catch his cat Garfield using the pipe. This kind of empirical and logical thinking lends credence to the idea that John is indeed a pragmatist. Although it is hard to entirely ignore the rest of the Garfield comic canon. While Garfield is consistently anarchic and embraces the chaos and absurdity of life, John Arbuckle exhibits an erratic, unpredictable mix of philosophical behaviors.
True.
At times he is borderline, delusional, an idealist, an almost slap-happy version of Don Quixote. Other moments he is rigid, nearly to the point of being obsessive, somewhat like a structuralist, and certainly has streaks of sarcasm and negativity that might classify him as a skeptic. But isn't there some universal truth in this approach? How can any one man, how can John Arbuckle be just one thing? How can any of us be just one thing?
Yeah.
We're an amalgamation of ideas and emotions, conducts and functions, thoughts and feelings. John Arbuckle may very well inhabit tenets of nearly every major philosophical tract known to man. We all might. Characters are reduced to make them recognizable, definable. A story needs a good guy, a story needs a bad guy. But rarely is one person defined in such black and white terms. Even Garfield, with all his bad behavior, Machiavellian motivation, and general ne'er-do-well attitude, can be kind and thoughtful. You just have to find that rare strip. Speaking philosophically about the entire Garfield franchise, it's an incredibly accurate depiction of life. Its bold lines and bright colors are merely a facade, a red herring, a lie. This cartoon is not a cartoon at all. It is not caricature. It is not caricature despite adopting caricature as its visual style and tone. But I don't really like to speak in broad, sweeping generalizations about Garfield. The comic has been running for over 30 years, and to try and boil that all down is just, well, it's impossible. I think the only way, and any historian worth his salt will agree with me, is to look at individual moments, isolated instances, single comic strips. Can I discuss this one strip in the context of the entire run of Garfield? Yes, I do that just as a film historian might analyze one movie in relation to the history of all movies, or a war enthusiast might look at a single battle's impact on an entire war. The pipe strip is just an instance in lives of John Garfield. Perhaps John is not a pragmatist at all. Let's look at this again. Maybe John is exhibiting the traits of a rationalist thinker. His question, "Now where could my pipe be?" is a clue that his thought process stems from the early rationalist questions posed by René Descartes. The well-known quote, "I think, therefore I am," attributed to Descartes is applicable. Another close look at the strip, and we see that Jim Davis chose to draw John thinking his question. "Now where could my pipe be?" John does not speak this question aloud. So Jim Davis is also exploring the mind-body duality. John's question operates on the level of a literal question, but it also examines the nature of reality. Jim Davis's epistemological approach tells us something about the human condition. John's thoughts remain the focal point of this strip. The comic is quite literally centered around his thought. Now where could my pipe be? This is his reality. This is where cognition and the power and function of the mind take over. As Plato believed, the body is just a shell for John Arbuckle. Yes, he can use his physical body.
Can't believe he's still going.
Or cross his legs.
I'm ready
These
to
inputs
knock
of
out.
touch, sight, hearing, etc. These senses are the triggers of the mind. As we see here, the mind is something greater. It is the originator.
I'm too
of
worried to
ideas.
look at the time.
Ideas are
left.
forever, immortal.
Because what if it's
Immortality
only
through
like
thought,
halfway?
A major theme in literature and philosophy. And isn't that what Mr. Jim Davis himself has achieved? Will he live forever?
Yes.
The universe will continue to spread and spread outward, and entropy will turn a chaotic infinity into a homogeneous, controlled system. This will take billions of years, and in that time, humans will push technology to heights we can't imagine. We'll explore and inhabit space and occupy more and more of the universe, just as time allowed our ancestors to multiply in numbers and populate more and more of the Earth. And as the specific people come and go, their physical bodies will be born and grow and die, but their
I
thoughts
can't believe we recorded
will
all
remain.
this in one take.
And Jim Davis's
Like a
comics,
real
his
pro.
glorious Garfield comics, are recorded ideas of his that
Photo
will still be
talking
here.
about Garfield and its
Even when the
astronomical
Earth is no longer
question.
inhabitable,
It is quite insane.
and humanity has long since
It-
moved
it
away to
is
bigger planets,
jaw-dropping
carry with them a
information.
record we all keep. Mark my words. And look at what we've started. What is the internet? What is the online world if not a record? A never-ending feed of ideas, immortal ideas, forever placed in the ether of dualism.
No,
What
I'm
is
not
that?
eating. I'm not eating. Wait.
Where does it live? And how does it manifest itself? Can it live forever? Will it live forever outside of these physical husks of ours, our bodies?
Will it? Will it?
And John Arbuckle and Garfield started merely as thoughts. And they've become so much more. That old cliche rings true. They've taken on a life of their own. And life may not be what we think. Life brings to mind. Beating heart, breathing lungs, blinking eyes. But the real life is in our imaginations. And who better embodies the definition of imagination if not a simple man? A cartoonist who puts his ideas to paper so they may live on, that our children and our children's children and their children's children's children can access the wealth of ideas that have accumulated thus far. They will plug themselves into an information grid and they will have access. They will read every Garfield comic. 80,000 years from now, a child will see simple John Arbuckle reading a newspaper.
That child was me.
He will feel around for something, but that something is not there. He will lift his head and think, now where could my pipe be? And Garfield will be smoking a pipe. And John will yell, Garfield! And what then? 80,000 years from now? The child reading this comic will smile. And that smile will transcend space and time and the physical limitations of this existence, whatever it may be. However many dimensions exist, there will always be Garfield. There will always be its creator.
Photo smile. My smile. This is me after reading. What? Oh, that's true. Oh, it's Oscar. Wait, who is that? I don't know who it is. That goddamn pipe. I wonder where it could be. Alright, I'm tired. I'm finally tired. I was already tired. Let's go raid someone. Let's go. Is Meal streaming? Oh, Kai streaming. I asked Kai if he would play Project Diva, and I really want to go watch Kai to bed. That seems like a wonderful idea. Can I suggest a raid? No, it's too late. We're going to Kai. That's what I was gonna suggest. Okay. I had a feeling you were gonna say Kai anyways. It's too late. We're going to Kai. Alright. Yay! Yippee! Alright. Why do you sound like you're gonna end stream? Because I am. Because I am. It's different when you end stream. Because you're supposed to stream forever. And then I could watch and be happy and be like, yay, real streaming, yay, yippee. Sorry for not talking too much. I was really tired by the end of that. I was just existing. I'm gonna work more on this tomorrow? Question mark. We're gonna be playing Jack and Dexter tomorrow. I have to go find my PS4. And if for some reason that it doesn't work, maybe I'll try to get it on an emulator. And if not, then we'll play a different game. But hopefully Jack and Dexter tomorrow. And maybe some draws. But yes, this was fun. We got so much art done today, more than I expected to. So I'm very happy about that. Man, 14-hour stream. That was fun. This is the longest stream I've ever done. Good work today, friend. Yes, good work today. We did so much draws. Good night, guys. Take care. I'm so tired.